The Harrington Gallery gleamed with polished sophistication, its white walls showcasing vibrant paintings that commanded five-figure prices. Champagne flowed freely among the well-dressed crowd gathered to celebrate Adriana Sullivan's latest exhibition. Critics, collectors, and cultural elite filled the space with animated conversations about composition, technique, and artistic vision. Maya Sullivan stood in the corner near the restrooms, holding sparkling water and wishing she could disappear. At 28, she had learned to make herself invisible at family events. A skill honed through years of being the disappointment in a family of celebrated artists. Her father was a renowned sculptor, her mother a respected art historian, and her sister Adriana the rising star of contemporary painting. Maya had studied art therapy at a state college and worked with children at a community center. Choices her family viewed as wasting her potential. "There's my other daughter," her mother's voice rang out nearby, dripping with false warmth. Maya turned to see Victoria Sullivan speaking to a distinguished couple in expensive suits. Maya chose a different path. "Not everyone has the talent for serious artistic work." The words landed like physical blows. Maya had heard variations countless times, but they never stopped hurting. She gripped her glass tighter, feeling heat creep up her neck. Adriana swept over in a flowing red dress, her dark hair perfectly styled. "Maya, darling, you look so plain tonight. Couldn't you have tried a little harder? This is an important event." She turned to the couple. "My sister teaches finger painting to children. Very noble, if you like that sort of thing." Finger painting, their father Marcus boomed with laughter, joining the group. "Yes, quite a come down from the Sullivan legacy. We keep hoping she'll develop some real ambition, but..." "Whoa," he shrugged eloquently. Maya felt her vision narrow. The gallery walls seemed to close in. She had attended tonight hoping, foolishly, that maybe this time would be different. Maybe her family would acknowledge the award her program had won for helping traumatized children process emotions through art. Maybe they would ask about her work instead of dismissing it. But nothing ever changed. "Actually," Adriana continued, raising her voice slightly so nearby guests could hear, "I want to make a toast." She grabbed a champagne flute and clinked it with a knife. The crowd quieted. "Thank you all for celebrating with me tonight. Your support means everything." She paused dramatically. "You know, I'm often asked what inspired me to pursue art so passionately. The truth is, I learned from watching my sister what failure looks like. Maya showed me exactly what happens when you have no real vision or courage. She settled for mediocrity, which gave me the determination never to do the same. So thank you, Maya, for being such a perfect example of wasted potential." Laughter rippled through the crowd. Not everyone, but enough. Maya saw guests exchanging knowing glances, her parents nodding approvingly, critics smirking at the family drama. Something inside her shattered completely. She didn't remember dropping her glass. Didn't remember pushing through the crowd toward the exit. One moment she was standing frozen in humiliation. The next she was running through the gallery doors into the cold October night, rain beginning to fall in freezing sheets. The tears came hard and fast, years of swallowed pain erupting in choking sobs. She ran down the sidewalk in her thin dress and impractical heels, rain soaking through to her skin. She ran until her lungs burned, until the gallery lights disappeared behind her, till she collapsed onto a bench at a deserted bus stop in an unfamiliar neighborhood. The rain intensified, plastering her hair to her face, mixing with her tears. Maya hugged herself against the cold, shaking violently. She had no purse, no phone, no coat. She had left everything in her desperate flight. She was completely, utterly alone. Headlights suddenly cut through the rain. A sleek silver car pulled to the curb. Maya tensed, instinct screaming danger, but her body refused to move. The driver's door opened, and a man stepped into the downpour. He was tall, with dark hair and striking features, wearing a black suit that the rain immediately began to ruin. But he moved toward her without hesitation, his expression intense and concerned. "You'll freeze out here," he said, his voice deep and steady. He shrugged off his jacket and draped it around her shoulders before she could protest. The warmth was immediate and overwhelming. Maya tried to speak but only managed a broken sound. She recognized him suddenly, Cole Harrison, the tech innovator whose face appeared in business magazines and TED Talks. He had revolutionized virtual reality technology and was known for being brilliant, reclusive, and impossibly wealthy. "I know who you are," Cole said quietly, crouching to her eye level. Rain streamed down his face. "Maya Sullivan. I was at your sister's opening. I saw what happened." Cole drove Maya through winding roads to a modern lake house surrounded by forest. Floor-to-ceiling windows overlooked dark water reflecting moonlight. Inside was warm and minimalist, nothing like her family's pretentious spaces, filled with art meant to impress rather than inspire. "Take a hot shower," Cole said gently. "I'll make tea. Your clothes will be dry by morning." In the bathroom, Maya let scalding water wash away the rain and tears. She emerged in a soft robe, her hair damp, feeling raw, but somehow lighter. Cole handed her chamomile tea, and they sat by the fireplace. The silence felt comfortable, not suffocating like it did with her family. "Why did you follow me?" Maya finally asked. "Because I've been watching you for 2 years," Cole admitted. "Not in a creepy way, but I attend charity events where your family appears. I've seen how they treat you. And I've seen your real work." Maya's head snapped up. "What?" "The Children's Art Therapy program at Riverside Community Center. I'm on their board of directors. I've reviewed every project proposal you've submitted, seen the outcomes, read testimonials from parents whose children you've helped. Maya, your work is extraordinary." Tears pricked her eyes again. "My family thinks it's worthless. Your family is wrong." Cole's voice was fierce. "You've helped dozens of traumatized children process grief, abuse, and loss through art. You've created a program that actually changes lives. That's not mediocrity. That's genius applied where it matters most." Something cracked open in Maya's chest. "I don't understand why you care." Cole moved closer, his eyes intense. 3 months ago, you helped a girl named Emma who'd witnessed domestic violence. She couldn't speak about it. You spent weeks working with her, using art to help her communicate. Because of you, she's now thriving in foster care. That little girl was my niece," Maya gasped. "Emma Harrison. Your brother's daughter?" "Yes, you saved her, Maya, and you have no idea how extraordinary you are." His hand covered hers. "Stay here tonight. Tomorrow I want to show you something." The next morning, Cole drove her to a converted warehouse in the city. Inside was a vast empty gallery space, with perfect lighting. "I'm opening a private art museum focused on therapeutic and community art," Cole explained. "Art that heals, that serves, that matters beyond wealthy collectors' walls. I want you to curate the inaugural exhibition. Full creative control, generous salary, the chance to showcase work like yours that deserves recognition." Maya stared at the space, possibilities blooming in her mind. "You're serious?" "Completely. You've been underestimated your entire life. Let me give you the platform you deserve." Cole stepped closer, his voice dropping. "Let me show you what I see when I look at you, someone brilliant, compassionate, and stronger than she knows." Their eyes locked. Maya felt something shift between them, attraction and recognition and hope, tangling together. "Okay," she whispered. "Yes." Cole's smile transformed his face. He pulled her into an embrace that felt like coming home. Maya spent 2 weeks working on exhibition plans while staying in Cole's guest room. Their relationship deepened long conversations over dinner, shared laughter, stolen glances that lasted too long. But Cole remained slightly distant, as if holding something back. One evening, he seemed particularly nervous. "Maya, there's something I need to tell you. Something that might change everything." Oh, your heart sank. "You're married?" "No, nothing like that," paced the living room. "My late partner, Arya, wasn't human. She was an extraterrestrial researcher studying Earth's artistic expressions. We fell in love despite the impossibility. She died 2 years ago, giving birth to our daughter." Maya processed this carefully. "You have a daughter, Stella?" "She's 7, but intellectually advanced. She looks mostly human, except her skin has a purple tone from her mother's genetics. I've kept her hidden because if the world knew..." His voice cracked. "She'd be treated like a specimen, not a child." "Where is she?" Here in the lower level. It's designed as a safe space for her. She's never been outside, Maya. She's brilliant and lonely, and I don't know how to give her a normal life. Moving to him. Show me. Cole led her downstairs to a beautiful space filled with books, art supplies, and windows overlooking the protected forest. A small girl sat at an easel, painting. She had Cole's features, but her skin was a soft lavender shade that seemed to shimmer subtly. Her large eyes held ancient intelligence. Stella, Cole said gently. This is Maya. She's my friend. The girl studied Maya with unnerving intensity. Your heart rate increased when you saw me. Fear or surprise? Surprise, Maya said honestly, kneeling down. And wonder. You're beautiful, Stella. You mean that? It wasn't a question. Most humans would be frightened. I work with children who've been through difficult things. I see beauty in differences. Maya noticed the painting's swirling colors depicting emotions in abstract form. Did you create this? It's extraordinary. Stella's face lit up. You understand it? The colors represent emotional frequencies. Father says, I paint like Mother did. Over the following weeks, Maya visited daily. She brought art supplies and worked alongside Stella, teaching her earth techniques while learning about Stella's unique perspective. The girl was starved for connection, and Maya's acceptance meant everything. Cole watched them together, with visible relief and something deeper. Love growing in his eyes when he looked at Maya. One night after Stella was asleep, Cole found Maya on the deck overlooking the lake. Thank you, he said softly, for accepting her, for seeing her as a child, not an anomaly. She's wonderful. You both are. Maya turned to him. I'm falling in love with your family, Cole. He cupped her face gently. I've been in love with you since I saw you helping Emma create her first healing painting. I just didn't know how to tell you without revealing Stella. Their kiss was tender and searching, full of promise and belonging. Maya was reviewing exhibition layouts when her phone exploded with messages. Her mother, father, and Adriana demanding she stop this embarrassing disappearance and return immediately. Then they showed up at the warehouse. Maya, this is ridiculous, Victoria Sullivan announced, sweeping in with Marcus and Adriana. You've made your point. Now come home and stop humiliating us. I'm not coming back. Maya stood her ground. I have a life here now. Doing what? Playing curator for some tech millionaire's vanity project? Adriana sneered. You're still just playing with art, not creating it. Cole appeared from his office, his presence commanding. Actually, Maya is curating what will become the most important therapeutic art museum in the country. Her work has already attracted interest from major institutions. Marcus dismissed him with a wave. We don't care about your little hobby project. Maya belongs with family. Family doesn't treat each other the way you've treated her, Cole said coldly. I've watched you demean and dismiss her for years. That ends now. How dare you, Victoria hissed. We're her parents. We know what's best. You know nothing about her. Cole moved beside Maya, his hand finding hers. You see failure where there's brilliance, weakness where there's strength. You're so obsessed with prestige that you can't recognize genuine value. Adriana laughed cruelly. And you think you're saving her? Please, Maya will always be second-rate. It's who she is. Maya felt rage and clarity crystallize. No, it's who you made me believe I was. But Cole saw the truth. I help people heal through art. I change lives. That's worth more than any gallery opening or critical review. If you don't come home, we'll cut you off completely, Marcus threatened. No inheritance, no family name, nothing. Good, Maya said firmly. I don't want anything from you. I'm done being your disappointment. I choose this life, this work, and the people who actually value me. Her family left in fury. But as the door closed, Maya felt liberated. That night, Cole received a disturbing message. Someone had photographed Stella through the lake house windows, her distinctive purple skin visible. They were demanding money for silence. We have to move her, Cole said, his face pale. If this gets out, ... Maya took his hand. Then we protect her. Together. They relocated to a secure mountain, estasolated, beautiful, and completely private. The property had acres of protected forest where Stella could finally go outside safely. Running through meadows with her purple skin gleaming in sunlight, Maya continued curating remotely while homeschooling Stella. The girl flourished with freedom and acceptance, creating stunning artwork that blended human and alien perspectives. Her paintings were unlike anything on Earth, depicting emotions as visible frequencies, memories as tangible landscapes. 6 months later, Maya opened a private gallery on the estate. The inaugural exhibition featured therapeutic art from her program alongside Stella's extraordinary pieces, presented under a pseudonym. Critics and collectors came by invitation only. Captivated by work they couldn't quite categorize, Cole found Maya in the gallery one evening after closing. Standing before one of Stella's paintings, a portrait of their blended family rendered in emotional colors rather than realistic forms. "She sees us as we really are," Maya said softly. "Not just what we look like, but what we mean to each other." Cole wrapped his arms around her from behind. "She's not the only one who sees clearly now." He turned Maya to face him, dropping to one knee. "You came into our lives broken, and you healed us while healing yourself. You've given Stella confidence and joy. You've given me hope I thought I'd lost forever." He pulled out a ring with a purple stone that seemed to glow from within. This was Arias. "Before she died, she told me to give it to someone who could love Stella as their own. Someone who understood that family isn't about biology. It's about choosing to see and value each other." Tears streamed down Maya's face. "Cole... Maya Sullivan, will you marry me? Will you be Stella's mother and my partner in this extraordinary, complicated, beautiful life?" "Yes," she whispered. "Absolutely yes." Stella burst from her hiding spot, cheering. "I knew she'd say yes. I painted it 3 months ago." She held up a canvas showing this exact moment, Cole kneeling, Maya crying happy tears, all rendered in colors representing pure joy. They laughed together, holding each other under the gallery lights. Outside, stars appeared across the darkening sky. Maya had spent 28 years feeling invisible, worthless, never enough. Her family had tried to convince her she was a failure because she chose compassion over prestige, but they were wrong about everything. She had found her true family, a brilliant man who valued her strength, an extraordinary child who needed her acceptance and work that actually mattered. She had discovered her worth not in their validation, but in her own choices. The Sullivan family would never understand that helping one traumatized child heal was worth more than 1,000 gallery openings. They would never see that love wasn't measured in awards or critical acclaim. But Maya finally understood, and that was enough. As Cole slipped the glowing ring on her finger and kissed her beneath the stars, Maya felt complete. Not because someone had saved her, but because she had finally saved herself and found a family who saw her truth all along. Their story wasn't about rescue. It was about recognition, the kind that changes everything.